Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your hats for the posting of the colors and the national anthem.
Their caps can stay on, they're fine.
Marshals, please seat the graduates. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the North Country Union High School Class of 2023 commencement ceremony. I'm joined on stage by our school board representatives, Wendy McGilvery, Graham Ray, Dwight Brunette, our superintendent, Elaine Collins, and our administrative team of Noel Pixley, Anita Mayhew, Gwen Bailey Rowe, Chris D'Amato, Tina Tangway, and Diane Tutko. We also have several family members who will be awarding diplomas today. I'd also like to acknowledge all of you, friends, family, community members who support our graduates throughout their childhoods and their school careers. Thank you so much for your love, your caring, your commitment to these wonderful young people. More importantly, for whatever good vibes you're sending to whomever you're sending them to for the weather today. My role today is to introduce the class of 2023 and their representatives. Before I do so, I'd just like to acknowledge this event, like so many others, could not have happened without the help and support of the entire school community. In addition to the countless hours of volunteers who have contributed to this event, special thanks go to Mark Dunbar and the maintenance crew, Ashley Dewing and Amy Forbes for all of the tech support, senior class advisor Ian Denzio, and graduation advisors Tiffany Gray and Stephanie Bowen for all of their efforts to plan this event. Everyone worked hard to plan for both an inside as well as an outside ceremony. Without their hard work, we would not have been able to make the call as close as we did to this morning. I'd also like to thank all of the teachers and staff who helped to support our graduates to reach this point in their lives. We're truly blessed to have a school full of people who care so deeply about our students. All of these folks deserve a round of applause for their hard work and dedication. With that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the class of 2023. For what it's worth, I'm finishing my 21st year as a principal in the Northeast Kingdom. And I've delivered 21 end-of-the-year addresses to high school students, middle school students, and even some kindergartners. Only 2 of these addresses have resulted in having to move inside as a result of severe weather. And trust me when I say that each and every one of these addresses is unique and meaningful in its own way, because they each represent the shared experiences and the culmination of a lot of hard work and emotional energy dedicated to individual students, some a lot more than others. In fact, there was a group of students in this graduating class to whom I have devoted more time and energy than any group in my career. I practiced this several times and this didn't happen. And that is the students who were kindergartners in 2010, which is my first year in Troy. So yes, these fortunate students have had me as their principal for all 13 years of their school experiences. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty cool, despite not seeing that little wave of emotion come through. And this experience actually relates to every other student as well. The time we are able to spend with our students is special. We get to participate sometimes in large ways and sometimes in small ways, and see their growth from adolescents to young adults. It comes with a lot of joy and challenge, and regardless of whether our experience is 13 years, 4 years, or just a few months, it's a privilege to work with our students, and the responsibility that comes with that privilege is something that we take very seriously and do our best to honor. As a faculty, we have a lot invested in this class. They are the ones who are by our sides as we learn together how to do remote and hybrid learning. They're also the ones who helped to reset our school culture when students came back from COVID and who worked with their teachers and led the school to reestablish the great programs, activities, and events that make our school a special place. Ultimately, sitting in here in front of you today are young adults ready to put their learning, resilience, and perseverance to good use in the next chapter of their lives. We're proud of each and every one of you, and we thank you for everything you've done for our school and community. Today's ceremony, the class of 2023, will be represented by 3 speakers. Cooper Bruick is our valedictorian. Cooper attended Charleston Elementary School and will be attending Montana State University to study physics. Natalie Holmes is our salutatorian. Natalie attended Derby Elementary School and will be attending the University of New Hampshire to study history and law. And Lydia St. Marie is our class president. Lydia attended Troy School and will be attending University of Vermont to study nursing. With that, again, thank you all for being here. It's my pleasure to welcome valedictorian Cooper Bruick.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, and fellow graduates, today is a momentous occasion as we celebrate the class of 23's graduation from North Country High School. I have been told that it is my job to remember what has been accomplished and give inspiration or advice for the future. So I will start first with what has been accomplished. Everyone here today has successfully graduated from North Country High School despite the rigorous coursework and lofty expectations. Over these years, we have grown much. Still, it was a difficult journey in which we faced many obstacles. Our sophomore and junior years were decimated by social distancing and remote learning, which to me were oxymorons. Still, we overcame these challenges, and throughout our time here, beyond our coursework, we learned invaluable life skills, like the art of procrastination. And the night before an essay was due, we would scramble to complete it as if our lives depended on it. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Standing here before everyone, I am struck by the atmosphere, for today is truly a mix of many emotions. The excitement of the day is dampened by the anxiety of the future and nostalgia for the past, and yet we mustn't let the uncertainty of the future or the comfort of the past stop us from reaching our full potential, which, if Hamby's retirement savings wall, full of future millionaires, is any indication of our class's future, then our full potential is certainly great. Now, potential is an interesting idea because it represents something that isn't yet real, yet we act like it is. People often urge us to live up to our fullest potential, while we sit there unsure of what it truly entails or how to achieve it. Therefore, allow me to offer some advice on realizing your fullest potential. I encourage you to embark on a pilgrimage, not in the religious sense, but encompassing the same idea. The cultural notion of undergoing a pilgrimage in which you take yourself out of your dopey little village and immerse yourself in a new, challenging environment is an ancient tradition that comes with its obvious benefits, like expanding your worldview. But modern science shows that a pilgrimage is much deeper than that, because when you enter these foreign and uncomfortable environments, they put different physiological demands on you that cause new genes to turn on in your nervous system that in turn encode for new proteins, changing your very genetic makeup. So you are in fact full of biological potential that will never be reached unless you move yourself around in the world into challenging and new environments. So graduates, I encourage you to undergo a pilgrimage as I have described, whether that is college, entering the workforce, or some other path. Challenge yourself and put yourself in uncomfortable situations willingly. In closing, I'd like to share a quote that I believe encapsulates this idea, and it is fitting that my final words echo the last words of the Emperor Tiberius. I leave the setting to court the rising sun. Well, graduates, you are the sun, and North Country is the setting. Thank you, and congratulations to the greatest class ever, the class of 23. Thank you. Now I would like to welcome Natalie Holmes, the class of 23's salutatorian.
Good morning, friends, family, staff, and community members. First and foremost, I would like to thank you for reserving your time to support this accomplished class of students as they put an end to this chapter of their lives and begin a new one. Each one of you here today have played a vital role in the development and subsequent successes of the students whom you are cheering on in the stands. The experiences this class has had are unique as much as they are frustrating, exciting, and inspiring. These exact experiences, however, have served as the building blocks for the wonderful community that has blossomed here at North Country and will only continue to flourish as we get out into the real world. Surrounding me today are future nurses, linemen, farmers, actors, physical therapists, and so much more. I have no doubt that this wonderful group of students will be leaders and outstanding members of society the minute they walk beyond this field today. Now, when I found out I was the salutatorian of the class, I celebrated and then realized I actually had to give this speech. I was and am still both very excited yet scared. You have 5 minutes to tell bleachers full of families exactly what you want to say after 12 years of going to school with most of their children. Where to even start? I wrote one about COVID, but that was lame. I started telling a story about Mignotti, but then remembered that we bombed that one. Senioritis? No, but that was definitely relevant. It was just a game of crumbling up papers and tossing them out. Until finally, like most of the schoolwork I did this year, I was reaching the deadline and had nothing. This is when I realized there was a parallel between my method and that of the entire community's. I had to start fresh, just as we did, and this can be scary, as it was for us. While I could stand here and remind you all of the nightmare that was high school through remote learning, I think we've all been there, done that, and are sick of hearing about it. Rather than reflecting on those first years of high school that seemed so long and tiring, I would like to reflect on the community that was built from such an experience. This opportunity was sink or swim for decades-long traditions, school spirit, and community involvement. We were either going to let this setback dismiss the need to do any of these things, or we were going to ensure that the lively Falcon spirit of North Country was going to prevail, and that the new generations would get the classic North Country career that their parents and their parents always talked about. Now, I'm not saying that the seniors won any school spirit-based competition this year. That would actually be a huge overstatement. But it is this group that saw the last taste of a true North Country Minati, Skit Night, Spring Blood Drive, and Game at the Odd. By our senior year, I would have thought you were crazy to tell us we would have 2 basketball championships under our belt, successful pep rallies, parades, dances, graduations, and proms. While we thought we were going to be robbed of the classic high school experience, we pushed for those wonderful traditions that could have dwindled away. Even if this meant having prom in Baxter Park under a tent, we were going to be there and we were going to be happy too. I was the student representative on the school board for 3 out of the 4 years that I was here at North Country. I was responsible for giving a detailed report about the experiences of the students here each month. These reports, however, seemed to be negative for quite a while. Students were tired, uninvolved, and isolated from each other. They hardly knew what high school was like from out behind the screens. However, there was significant growth, and I give this class a huge amount of credit for doing our best to pick up where we left off freshman year. Last month, my report was about the outstanding attendance at school events, excellent student accomplishments, and an amazing sense of unity. So maybe starting over isn't bad, and crumbling up the paper and tossing it out isn't the end of the world. I think we will only find that as we advance through life, this will become more and more relevant. Maybe that internship doesn't work out, or maybe you transfer out of the school you are planning on attending right now. No matter what, it's okay, and I know each one of us will end up exactly where we need to be. Congratulations, class of 2023. I can't wait to see what you all accomplish. It is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Alexander.
Thank you, Natalie. Good morning and congratulations to the NCUHS class of 2023. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. I'm sure you'd rather hear from my wife, Amy, the one-woman cheering section in the bleachers behind me, who spoke at last year's commencement, but she'll have to settle for me instead. I've had the good fortune to teach many of you. I'm sorry if history wasn't your favorite subject or I wasn't your favorite teacher, but you'll have to endure listening to me one more time. I was just reading a newspaper the other day about the state of education, and of the world, really. In the articles, letters, and editorials I read, there was much concern expressed about how prepared graduates were for entering the real world. The editor complained that, quotes, parents do not pay the attention to the instruction of their children that their grandparents did. We have become too much a nation of machine-made things, and our children are in danger of being turned out that way. We are skimmers where we should be investigators. Hence, a diploma of graduation does not mean very much, except that the student has completed the course and has completed the end of the race. It is everlastingly true that the commencement means only being pitched out of school into the world of work when the real test of a child's worth is to be settled, unquote. Other articles expressed concern about feminism and shifting gender roles. Some questioned the value of a college education and a changing modern economy. The newspaper I was reading was the Newport Express and Standard from June 8th, 1923, exactly 100 years and 2 days ago. As part of the commencement exercises that year at Newport High School, the salutatorian read an essay entitled Character Studies from Shakespeare. Another student read an essay about the Monroe Doctrine of 1823. I'm sure that was very engaging. Students at Derby Academy had to take 4 years of Latin to graduate, so clearly the state of public education was in decline. No doubt the essays read were produced by AI. At Derby Academy, the keynote speaker was a professor of economics at UVM who also happened to be the keynote speaker at Newport High School's graduation. He made, quote, an earnest appeal to all Americans to uphold the advanced ideas of the founders of this country and to realize for the world the progressive leadership of this nation. So clearly there was a concern about the decline of patriotism as well. In addition to the coverage of the local commencement activities, readers were also told of a car crash on the Derby Row, which involved the principal of Newport High School and several members of its baseball team on their way to a game at Derby Academy. Luckily, all passengers were uninjured, and the Studebaker car that they were traveling in at the blistering speed of 18 miles per hour only suffered a damaged running board. It gets better. This is all in one issue. In Coventry, a high-speed chase involving a rum runner and prohibition officers resulted in the apprehension of a Newport man who was charged with illegally possessing alcohol. 2 weeks later, another truck, a half-ton Ford, and its driver were busted with 2,000 quarts of booze near Lake Willoughby. A tissue paper plant was being built in Newport. Jay hosted a Jay Peak Day to promote completion of the Long Trail to the Canadian border, hoping that the nation's first long-distance hiking trail would bring economic activity to the area. A circus was coming to Gaines Trotting Track in Newport, which was located right here where we stand now. Lots going on. The graduates of 1923 were thus entering an uncertain, changing world full of anxieties about modernism. America in 1923 was rife with social tensions. Parents worried about what their children were being taught in schools, and politicians capitalized on these fears, most famously at the Scopes monkey trial in 1925 in Tennessee, where the state of Tennessee charged a teacher, John Scopes, with violating a state law which forbade the teaching of evolution. There was widespread concern about rising crime. The urban-rural divide was becoming a chasm, and for the first time, more than half of Americans lived in cities. Traditional gender roles were loosening as women began to vote, drink, swear, smoke, dance, and wear shorter dresses with lower necklines. Jazz music, African American in origin, shocked older listeners as it was broadcast live on radio sets across the nation. Technological change continued at a dizzying pace, and the automobile injected even more uncertainty in daily life. What would its impact be on small, rural communities and on the young people who discovered parking as a new pastime? Extremist groups, most notably the Ku Klux Klan, were on the rise, including in Vermont, where rallies around the state promoted traditional morality, 100% Americanism, and opposition to French, Canadian, Roman Catholics. The Vermont Eugenics Survey, led by a professor from UVM, also peaked in the mid-1920s. A major global pandemic, the Spanish influenza, had recently killed an estimated 50 million people worldwide, including over 600,000 Americans. Numerous American writers, including F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, Sinclair Lewis, and others, lamented what they perceived as a material-obsessed, bland, excessively consumerist, conformist, mainstream society. And the roaring days of the 1920s would soon come to an end in October of 1929, as the nation entered over a decade of economic depression and then a second world war. Pardon the history lesson, I can't resist it. So you, the graduating class of 2023, share hopes, fears, dreams, and anxieties about your futures that have been felt before. No doubt the complexities and challenges of the modern world have contributed to the rising levels of anxiety and mental health struggles that we've spent much time focusing on during the last 4 years. The world is a stressful place. And to be honest, I don't see your lives becoming any less stressful in the years ahead. My advice to you, as history shows us, the answer to living in an uncertain world is engagement, not disengagement. Here comes the rain. Fitting, I suppose. It would be all too tempting to write off humanity as a lost cause, to isolate yourselves, to withdraw from society for the sake of your mental and physical health. But will this lead to a greater sense of happiness, of purpose, of satisfaction, of connection, of belonging? I'm getting there. Don't avoid adulthood, embrace it. Take whatever you've learned here and use that learning for some greater purpose. As we've seen countless times, young people do have the capacity to make things better. Wherever you see something that you don't like, do something about it. Life will be hard, it will be scary and overwhelming at times. Your burdens will be great, and there will be times where you feel that you're not getting anywhere, but avoidance is not the answer. Hang in there. We are all counting on you and your generation, the COVID generation. We're being tested one more time this morning. In an oft-quoted speech, Theodore Roosevelt, this is a good time for a TR quote. He's irresistible. He said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat." So, in the spirit of TR, the man in the arena, here's some parting advice I have. 1, get involved. Be part of your communities. Talk to people from all walks of life and listen to their stories. You will learn from them. 2, seek out real experiences. We are in the midst of a real experience right now. Avoid cheapness and shallowness in all its forms. If something requires a photo op or a post, question its purpose. Distinguish authenticity from superficiality. 3, vote. Pay attention, form opinions based on reliable research, and make your voice heard, but be willing to compromise. 4, work. Even if you don't immediately step into your dream job, work hard. It may seem like a cliche, but if you work hard, you will get ahead. I actually still believe this. I've already seen it countless times with many of you. As FDR, another Roosevelt, said when he assumed the presidency, there is a joy and a moral stimulation of work. 5, read. How about that? Read. Read anything you can get your hands on. Read the news, poetry, presidential speeches, scripture, Thoreau and Emerson, Dickens and Shakespeare, Maya Angelou and Toni Morrison. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot read. 6, appreciate others. Honor those who care for us, who heal us, who teach us, who feed us, who work for us, and who protect and defend us. We all need each other. 7, go places. Go to big cities and wild places. Go to restaurants, concerts, shows, and festivals. If you can, visit other countries. Learn to speak new languages, listen to new music, eat new foods, meet new people, embrace new experiences of all kinds. 8, enjoy quiet spaces. Silence is nourishing. Learn the difference between balsam fir, red spruce, and white cedar. Recognize the call of a loon or of a hermit thrush. Plant a garden in the spring and watch it grow all summer. Fish for brook trout in the autumn and watch the yellow, crimson, golden, and violet leaves be carried away by the current of a small stream. Go for a ski or a snowshoe in the winter and identify as many animal tracks as you can. 9, I'm getting there. Only 10, I'm almost done. 9, remember the Northeast Kingdom. Your home is a unique place, believe it or not. From Jay Peak to Bluff Mountain, from Montgomery to East Brighton, from Island Pond to Seymour and Echo Lakes to the Missisquoi River, from the Pick and Shovel to Jay Country Store, from Cajuns to Martha's Diner, to the East Side and the Brown Cow, from the Haskell Opera House to the Barrage and everything in between, remember what home means. And 10, this is the history teacher in me, Value your nation. Attend a 4th of July parade. Know the Constitution. Go to the Grand Canyon or Yellowstone, Acadia or the Everglades, the Vietnam Wall or Independence Hall. Know what happened at Gettysburg and the beaches of Normandy, Selma and Seneca Falls. Or better yet, go to those places and stand on the ground where Americans gave their blood to abolish slavery, eradicate fascism, or ensure that all people could be equal citizens. You will be inspired. Again, thank you for allowing me to share a few more thoughts with you this morning. Before you leave here, I hope it has been of some value. And who knows, maybe someone a century from now will dust this off and remember the NCUHS class of 2023. I am proud of all of you, even those of you who I don't know, and I wish you the best. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you the North Country Union High School graduating class of 2023. The first member of the class of 2023 to receive his diploma is class valedictorian Cooper Brueck. The second member of the senior class of 23 to receive her diploma is class salutatorian Natalie Holmes. Lydia Aber. Aiden Aldrich. Rosie Allen. Isaac Baker. Joshua Baker. Zora Barrett. Liam Beatty. Opal Beauchene. Austin Beaumont. Callie Beloin. Jordan Beloin. Stella Bianchi. Devin Birch. Brady Blake. Brady Boyven. Elizabeth Booth. Benjamin Bouchard. Jolie Bouffard. Kaylee Booten.
William Brandich. Colby Brasher.
Allison Briggs Dutton. Connor Brown. Riley Brown. Liam Carrick. Emma Chaput. Thankful Silwick. Ava Cleary. Caden Coburn. Ashlyn Columbia. Adrian Costa. Samuel Coda. Jeremiah Couch. Nicholas Dane. Woo. Arrow Decker. Phoenix Dehay. Connor Delabriere. Haley Delabriere. Chloe Deschanel. Lana Deschanel. Ileana Deskins. Emma DeLands. Julia DeRush. Jordan Driver.
Olivia Edmonds. Brendan Eli. Grace Elwell. Hunter Farr. Andrew Fletcher. JJ Flores. Emma Fortin. Noah Fortin. Riley Fortin. Penelope Gable. Jaden Gallup. Gracie Govin. Taryn Jeffrey Kimball. Kyle Goulet. Kaya Green. Alexandra Gillette. Alina Kearse. Madison Knight. Finn Kunst Hughes. Hallie Labor. Peter Lackey. Case LaFoon.
Hannah Lagoy. Hunter Lamphere. Shania LaPlante. Zachary LaPlume. Jenna Laramie. Kayleen LaRose. Kirsten Lath. Kate Lamont. Caitlin Leach. Aiden LeMay. Alyssa Lavaji. Brandon Madison. Desiree Marsh. Caitlin Masson. Anna Maurice. Willow Mayhew. Nathan McGilvery. Owen Mead. Sean Merrill. Alexandra Michael. Richard Miller. Kaya Moore.
Ryder Morin. Kiefer Moses. Morel Mosier. Cora Neto. Lucius Nielsen. Bruce Niles. Mackenzie Parento. Caitlin Patton. Hazel Paxman Bayra. Josephine Pearson. Travis Pepin. Travis Percy. Gabriel Pero. Blake Putri. Harley Prevey. Briar Provencher. Landon Randall. Van Reardon. Calista Reed. Jewel Renfrey. Brooke Roberge. Ivan Robillard. Miranda Roman. Nyla Rossi. Sophia Salcido. Riley Sandville. Yuri Sandville. Emma Schmidt. Heinrich Schmidt. Charlie Sherman. Samuel Sherlaw. Amy Simmons. Rebecca Snyder. Lydia St. Marie. Manny St. Marie. Roger Stoddard. Nicholas Suarez. Adrian Tatro. Haley Tullis. Amber Waterman. Addison Webb. Samson Wiggett. Emily Willis. Kirsten Willis. Brady Wright. And the last 2023 graduate to receive their diploma is Maeve Wright. And now, your senior class president, Lydia St. Marie.
Nice and dry.
There it is.
I stand before you today with a heart full of emotions, a mind swirling with memories, and a spirit ignited by the flames of possibility. Thank you, friends, families, educators, and community members for being with us today. We are so grateful for you. Finding the words that express the complexity of today was overwhelming. So I would like to tell you a story. Once upon a time, in a small rural community, there stood a high school. an institution that would become the backdrop for countless memories, friendships, and transformative experiences. Within the halls of this high school, a diverse group of students embarked on their journey through adolescence. Each with their unique dreams, fears, and aspirations, they navigated the complex landscape of teenage life, where friendships were forged, passions were discovered, and lessons were learned. Through the challenges of academic expectations, extracurricular activities, and unexpected tragedy, the students discovered their strengths and learned the value of resilience. They realized that high school was not just about academic achievements, but about the lessons that could never be found in textbooks. My speech is a little wet. Sorry. The power of friendship, the importance of empathy, and the beauty of self-discovery. In the fall musicals, they learned to express themselves and embrace their individuality, whether it was through acting, singing, or designing intricate sets. They discovered that the stage was a canvas where they could explore different personas and unlock hidden depths within themselves. On the sports fields, they experienced the thrill of competition, the unity of being part of a team, and the lessons of perseverance and dedication. They learned that success was not solely measured by victories, but by the bonds formed and the personal growth achieved through their shared experiences. And in the classroom, they encountered passionate teachers who not only offered knowledge, but ignited their curiosity, challenged their preconceived notions, and encouraged them to think critically. These educators became more than just instructors. They became mentors and inspired the students to pursue their passions and embrace a love for lifelong learning. As graduation approached, the students realized that their time in high school was drawing to a close. The bittersweet realization filled the air with a mix of excitement for the future and nostalgia for the memories they had created together. They knew that the world outside those familiar walls would be both daunting and exhilarating, but they felt prepared, armed with the lessons and friendships that would forever shape their lives. On graduation day, amidst the cheers, applause, and tears, the students stand side by side, their hearts filled with a mixture of joy, sadness, and hope. They know that they are not just saying goodbye to high school, but bidding farewell to a chapter of their lives, a chapter filled with growth, discovery, and an abundance of unforgettable moments. And so, we, the graduates, will scatter across the world, armed with memories, dreams, and the unwavering spirit of youth. We will forever carry the lessons of high school in our hearts, such as the value of empathy, the importance of inclusivity, and the beauty of diversity. As we embrace the unknown, embrace our passions, and embrace the power within us to shape our own destinies, let us also be the change we wish to see, the voices that speak up for the voiceless, and the catalysts for positive transformation. Let us embark on this new chapter with hope in our hearts, a fire in our souls, and the unwavering belief that our futures are boundless. Congratulations, class of 2023. I would now like to introduce Superintendent, right? Elaine Collins. You forgot to write it down.
Some days I'm not sure I'm the superintendent either, so that's okay. Marshals, please raise the graduates. Congratulations, class of 2023. Please turn your tassels. Class marshals, please lead out the class of 2023.
I agree. I think it's fun.
And you didn't start it.
Right, it was a
Facebook is lighting up as we speak.
What a 50-50 job. What are you going to do?